have, what I need, and the book titles is my 4 different components. So what's next? So
Well,
we touch bases
what's
on.
next is I drink some more of this beer.
So we touched on the keynotes, and to kind of go back to what you said that you was hoping that I didn't just read off all the keynotes, and
That's right.
I didn't even get to do that at all. But my dilemma was I felt that at certain points it was lacking. It was lacking like a point. I know I always had a message within there, and what is it that you should take away from it.
Yep.
But I felt like maybe either my opening wasn't strong enough, or maybe I should have came out with, hey, these are the points that I'm going to touch on. So that's what I felt what was lacking within my 3 keynotes.
Sure. Well, it's a couple of things here. Opening probably wasn't strong enough. If you feel that way, you are pretty wise. You're right. But I've told you off camera how to get you a good opening. Power illustration is what I call. Actually, there's a book that I got this power illustration, power pause from. It's called, I want to say, Stand Like Lincoln, Speak Like Churchill, or the opposite, Speak Like Lincoln. No, it should be Stand Like Lincoln, Speak Like Churchill. One of the greatest books on public speaking I've ever read in my life.
Okay.
It is absolutely worth to buy. It really is. It really is. The book takes these 2 individuals and it explains why they were so successful in public speaking. And they shouldn't have been. Neither one of them were attractive people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I broke up a little bit, but they shouldn't have been. They should have been successful. Neither one of these men were attractive people. Abraham Lincoln was not attractive by the standards of what attraction is. Yeah. And Churchill was the exact opposite of Lincoln, where Lincoln was tall, slender, and built. Right. Churchill was some silly putty put together, you know what I'm saying? And they both changed the world. Churchill saved the world.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, there's no way. I was thinking about a political way to say that, but he saved the world, because if he didn't stand in long enough with Britain, America would never join the war. Well, then we would both be speaking German right now. We would.
Well, I do speak a little bit of it.
Okay, you did speak a little bit. You speak about choice, which is a good thing. Yeah, we'd have been speaking it as some slaves, because we were not part of the master race whatsoever, right? Yeah, definitely.
We have a German last name, but
yeah, definitely. So you want to have this. Check out that book, but you want to have a powerful illustration, but that's not really what I wanted to. That's powerful. That's how you want to start off. Remember that how you start off and how you end are the only 2 things people are going to remember, unless you have a theme that you can repeat over and over, and that's what they'll remember, such as the "I have a dream" that I was talking to you earlier off camera. Right. Now, there is something. Les Brown says it this way, but I'm going to give it to you in a tad bit different way. But same thing. We're saying the same thing. Les Brown says, never tell a story without making a point. Right. And never make a point without telling a story. If you don't design your keynotes that way, you might as well be average. You might as well.
And that's something that I learned over that.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
So that's why I felt what I felt, because I was like, did I really hit that point, in all of my keynotes? And I feel like I can go back and redo that.
Well, think about it this way. I do it so much and so well. I even do it in interviews. And people don't even understand I'm doing it. You think I'll go off on a tangent. That's what I'm doing. I'm using this tangent to prove this point. I just did it. I told you, all right, open up with this PowerPoint. And I said, there's a book, Stand Like Lincoln, Speaks Like Churchill. And then I went into an illustration. I said, look at the 2 men. They're polar opposites. And then to press my point even further, Churchill won the world, saved the world, and it was my illustration to prove the point. You need to buy this book. I didn't just tell you to buy the book. I gave you the reasons why you should buy the book. And then right after that, I went right back to my point. And the point is, get that book, because that is how people are going to remember you, how you begin, how you finish. And then I transition to one more other thing. Les Brown says, that's my story again. I used an illustration. In this case, I didn't use a quote by Les Brown. I made Les Brown, the quote, a story. Les Brown says, never tell a point without making never tell a story without making a point. Never make a point without telling a story. Now, here's my point. I do it so naturally now that it makes boring conversations with me entertaining.
Okay.
Now, imagine if I was on stage with 1,000 people in front of me. I wouldn't have gave you that space. You'd have been wrapped in a weave of my web and had no idea why you were wrapped in it. And I'm going to tell you why you do it. Now, what you want to do is you want to get to a point, and then you want to tell a story on that point, and you want that point to then lead to your next point. It's real easy. It's not as complex as it seems. You need to master two things. You need to master your theme, and you need to master transitional statements.
Okay.
All right. These things kill people. Okay. Every time I write a keynote down, I use this format. I'm about to give it to you now. Okay. I use text. I put that first, just in case someone has me speaking from a text. It could be some scripture. It could be just so many different reasons. Somebody, can you explain this paragraph to us? That's the text now, right? You get it? Whatever. Text, and then I title my keynote, and then watch this here. Theme. My theme is what I want people to remember that I'm going to repeat hundreds of times in my keynote. That's my theme. I have a dream. That was the theme. What is the theme of Aretha Franklin's most popular song? Or arguably her most popular song?
Respect.
Respect. Okay. I think I broke up a little bit. Wait for me to come back.
Nope, you're not back. Still broken up.
I'm done. I'm back out. I got these jokes. Okay. What was the last thing you heard? Because I was on a roll, too. I was killing it.
I know, you was killing all by yourself. Theme is what you want people to remember and say it over and over. So that's the last.
Over and over. That's right. I'm going to say it about 100 times. My theme is going to be over and over and over and over. For instance, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day, right? I have a dream. That's going to come across, go down. I have a dream. I have a dream. That's the theme. Right. What's the theme of Aretha Franklin's arguably most popular song?
Respect.
All right, respect. You get it? She said it so much, she had women walking around talking about, you're going to show me some respect today. Right. Okay? Today, you're going to respect. You get it, right? All right. A theme is, this is what I intend for you to take away from this message. Les Brown's the stadium speech in the Georgia Dome. What's the theme there? You really ought to give me two answers. It's only one or two answers. Okay, you got to be hungry can be good.
Right.
But he killed.
It's possible.
Okay, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yep, it's possible. That's a good thing. You see it? What he did was he took a few sections and made theme out of those sections. So people go running around talking it's possible. How about it's not over until I win?
Yeah.
Right? Either one of those are acceptable. But people remember those. Now, if I said, what did he say in the third paragraph, the second sentence of his keynote? You're like, what? I don't know.
Right.
But if I say, what did you learn from it, man? It's possible, man.
Right.
It's possible. You get it? That's the thing. That's what I want you to take. Remember, people only love what they understand. Okay. Now that there is so real. I'm going to now tell a story out of it real quickly. If we don't understand it, we kill it. And that's the truth. Human beings kill what they don't understand. That's not changing. That is facts. We kill spiders. We kill rats. Whatever we don't understand, we don't just not like it. We put it to death.
True. Some
races kill black people. Just give it to you real.
Right.
The church, well, let me not do that. That was too real. That was too real. It's too real. The religious organizations, there we go. That's better. That's better, okay? They spiritually kill gay people because they don't understand. What we don't understand, we kill. Okay, all that to say, if you're a keynote and the people don't understand you, they will kill your career. Okay. All right. Okay. You get that? So what you want to do is have a theme so great people understand it. As long as they understand it, and as long as you sat yourself down on time, and as long as you started off well, you're going to get called back. You're going to get called back. If you don't know how to close, you're not going to get called back. They're only going to remember the last thing you did. And if you messed up the person's program or making us go over and got to spend more on media, you ain't getting called back. You ain't got no home training. I asked you to do 15 minutes and you up here for an hour. You ain't never coming back. Get it? I've seen it.
Happens, but
yeah. Whole hour. Get up there well. Have a theme that'll never kill you. And then sit down well. Sitting down well is equally as important as having them remember you for something, that theme. Now, after that, it's text, title, theme, purpose statement. When I write my keynotes, this is for me. My audience will never know. I'll never say the purpose statement of this keynote. I'll never say that. This is for me. And I'll tell you why. Purpose statement is not like the theme. The theme is what I want you to remember. The purpose statement is what I want to accomplish with the thing you're remembering. Yeah, so let's go with the I have a dream speech. I want you all to remember that I have a dream. What dream? That's my purpose statement. To behold that this is true, that all men are created equal, or that blacks are created equal with whites. But when I finish this speech, a change in Washington will happen. That's the purpose statement. The purpose statement is, with this speech, I intend to educate people on the simplicity of quantum physics. I actually have a keynote like that. I really do. Okay, the theme of this keynote was science is fun. So what do you think I'm going to repeat the whole time? Science is fun. If it's a crowd, science is fun, kids. If that's a young crowd, if it's an older crowd, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here to tell you that science is fun. If it's a swagtastic crowd, I'll drop my points, get real good. I just want to talk about science being fun. Put a little charisma in there. I say it over and over. I'm just trying to talk about science being fun, right? You get it. There's different ways you can do this. And then people will walk up to you and be like, man, science is fun, Law. Science is fun. And right there, you know you get called back. There you go. Light bulb went off. There it is.
Okay. Yeah. So like I can remember when I spoke in April and everyone goes, "You the 8 man. You the 8 man."
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. When I do it, they walk up and be like, "Man, dominate, man. I'm a dominate." You got dog all right, because that is exactly who I am. You know what I'm saying? Can't think of nothing else. That is the simple understanding of how to speak and actually get called back and paid for it. Text, title, theme, purpose statement. That's how it's my phone ringing. You can go further, okay? You can go further and do summary of text if someone has you reading from something that you have to give a keynote over. Let's say you have to do something over the Constitution of the United States. Then you can give a summary of the text. Now, all of that is for you, Law. You're not going to go out here and say this. The thing with my speech is, here's how you do it. I got this from a preacher. There's a preacher in Galveston, Texas, that says, if there's a mist in the pulpit, there's a fog in the pews. Yeah. Yeah, it's powerful. Yeah, it's powerful. And I heard that one day. I was like, wow, that applies way more than the pulpit. If I barely know what I'm talking about on stage, they ain't going to know what I'm talking about in the crowd. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to ramble. I'm going to have 6 points in one keynote. And people are going to be like, hey, man, what he talked about? I don't know, it was good. What he talked about? I don't know, it was good. Because I didn't give you one thing to latch on to. Except about something. You got 6 things you try to decide if you like. So now you're like, well, I don't remember damn one of them.
So that's why I said to stick with three or 4 or...
Well, in my case, you're talking about 3 or 4 keynotes or 3 or 4 points?
No, 3 or 4 points is one.
Nah, 1 point.
1 point, okay.
Repeated 3 or 4 times in 3 different ways.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it sounds like you have 3 or 4 points. And you can even say point number 2, point number 3. But it's really the 1 point. And what's that point? I got a damn dream.
Okay.
RESPECT, right? Your 1 point is your theme. That's it. And your thing can be tied into your title. The 1 point you got is what you're going to continuously beat and repeat. Because that's how people learn. That's how people learn. That's how people learn. They're going to repeat over and over and then understand what you're talking about. I cut it off right here. You know, I'm in one of my other businesses in the radio going off. But can you follow that, Law?
Yeah.
Okay. That, and listen, you can spend, in fact, I'll tell you what, I spent $20,000, $30,000 and still never learned what I just taught you just now. Still never learned. Yeah, no, man. Nobody teaches that. They teach you all sorts of stuff. I'm not saying what they teach is not valuable, but the key to speaking is to start well, repeat your 1 point, and end well. That is it. Why do you think people like Grant Cardone and Gary Vee, who are beautiful businessmen and who have become extremely popular keynotes, don't have no keynote training?
Okay.
Yeah, that's not Jim Rohn. That's not Les Brown. You know what I'm saying? They're not public. They're public speakers now. They were businessmen that became public speakers. But they got all the engagements and all the fans, and they should. They're incredible. Grant Cardone and Gary Vee. My point is, if you understand, start well, repeat, end well, you'll have speaking engagements every time. Gary Vee does the smartest thing possible. I've never caught it until I start following him. It's just so intelligent what he does. He gives you his spiel,
and he's rushing in a respectful way to Q&A. Because Gary Vee understands one marketing principle. Everybody is saying, what the hell is in it for me? And when he gets to an open Q&A, everybody who asks a question feels like this whole event was for me.
Yeah, they matter.
Right? And everybody who has a question similar to that question feels, man, this whole event was for me. And then everybody who was helped by a question I didn't even know they had, but they're glad they asked, saying, this event was for me. That's 75% of the crowd going, man, this event was for me. How you going to lose with them kind of numbers? You can't. You can't. That's why Q&A is so important. And if you can mix it into your keynote, flawless. And what I do is in most of my keynotes, I have a running Q&A. If I say anything at any time, ladies and gentlemen, interrupt me and let me answer. You can interrupt my whole script because I shine in Q&A. I come alive because I just know some stuff and I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not some guy that don't do some stuff and now you ask me a Q&A and I don't know what to say now. Right. I didn't just get here. Well, I got the experience and the prosperity to prove that I'm handling Q&A. But yeah, man. So let me see if I can repeat that just in case just to put it in. I'm only repeating it to put it in your brain again. The theme here is this is how you speak well and get paid and called back. That's the theme here, right? This is how you get called back. You want to start well. You want to repeat one message you want to repeat the one message hundreds of times, but you want to disguise it in three or 4 points. Gotcha. You say, yeah, an example of that is, ladies and gentlemen, beer is amazing. Okay. And then you're going to say, that's the keynote. That's my theme is, beer is amazing. Point number 1, beer makes you feel good. Okay. Point number 2, drink responsibly, but have a lot of fun. Point number 3, no fruit and beer. That's not amazing, right? Something like that. Okay, you get it, Wine is good too. Point, you know what I'm saying? I just took, but what's the point? Beer is amazing. Beer is fun. And I just probably advertised Bud Light, so y'all owe me money now because I didn't realize I was showing the label, but you owe me money. Okay? Point is, I only said one thing. I like beer. Everybody who knows me knows that whenever well, for one, I like beer. I do. When I go to different countries and different cities, I want to sample their beer. And I like dry wine because it doesn't taste like beer. It's just amazing. I like Merlot.
You know, it's so simplistic. It tastes like beer.
It's just not. Wine is something of the heavens. Okay? Beer is of man. Wine is from the heavens. Okay? Hopefully you get me saying your 1 point can be repeated.
Yeah.
You repackage. But that 1 point makes people say, oh, Lord, 8. There's power in that 8, man.
Yeah.
All right. You the 8. New beginnings, huh?
Yeah. That's what it was when I was in Fort Lauderdale this past weekend, the power of 8. And it was about new beginnings and prosperity. And I'm continuously tying that into it.
That should be your whole thing. That should be your whole, you should be known for the power of 8. Nobody's more passionate about it than you. And you can tie complacency in the power of 8. How you gonna have a new beginning and be complacent? No. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's all in there. How you gonna be lazy and start no? Ladies and gentlemen, new beginning means you have taken losses. There's no reason to have a new beginning if you have not taken losses. But not just a new beginning means taking losses. There's something beautiful inside losses, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a new beginning and you've lost, it also means you got old victories. Oh, you didn't hit me. Come on, somebody out there in the crowd. If you're doing a new beginning and you lost and you ain't dead, you won. Celebrate the life you have. And you start talking about celebrate. When you're in the power of new beginnings, you should appreciate what's in front of you. You want a new car, but you won't take care of the one you have. You ain't changed your oil since 1997 and you praying for a new car. You want new money, but don't be faithful with the money you have. You want to be rich, but don't want to invest in stocks or yourself. In order to be part of the new beginnings, you got to have a new you. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I'm trying to tell you. The more you run to the new you, is the more you also separate yourself from the old you. I'm just making this up on top of my head. But you get it. It's just right? Yeah. And you put all that into, and here's what I would do. Because that's the power of 8. Yeah? And I go on another tangent. I go on another one. The points. And if you get to the, who out there is ready right now to claim your life and say, my life is mine and I live in the power of 8. See it. It happened again. Now you have people having t-shirts talking about power of 8. And then you have dudes in Ohio and Nebraska stealing your stuff on stage, doing live videos. Talking about living libations and the power of 8. There it is, right? there it is. They be stealing your stuff, not even quoting you. That's when you made it. You made it when people take what you just said and put it on their timelines like you didn't say it at all. That's when you did it. That's how you roll that keynote, man. I know I stressed that a long time, but I wanted you to get that because there's a lot of money in what I just said. Gotcha. I'll be in Myrtle Beach next week or something doing the same thing. I'd have been nearly every state in America this year speaking. I went to Wisconsin, dude. University of Wisconsin Stout. First off, I'm from the hood. Okay. I should be. You understand? I shouldn't be nowhere in no Wisconsin. Couldn't even tell you where it was on the map. You know what I'm saying? I made a joke. Everybody in Wisconsin was so nice, but I made a joke. I said, man, it was only two black people in Wisconsin. It was just me and Tempest. It's like, really? I said, it was a whole bunch of them at the airport, but it was a second stop to their destination. But when we left the airport, it was just me and her. Right? But that's only because we went to a very country town, a rural town, to speak for this university. They didn't even have Uber out there. This is how rural we were. I actually called a cab. It was like a museum on wheels. It was amazing. It's amazing. Which happened to me, it was actually cheaper than Uber, to be honest with you. It was actually cheaper than Uber, but I was glad to stimulate the economy. Point is, understanding this takes me everywhere. Okay. Everywhere, man. I'll be in Canada, and just everywhere. Just everywhere, man. Understanding, get up well, repeat, and sit yourself down in spectacular fashion. Gotcha. And on time. And you'll always get called back. Always. Just find your way to close. Always. Cool. Next question. I kind of beat the meat off the bone on that one.
Less of a question, but more of a discovery. So we figured out what my target market should be. And it's care agencies and children, social work conventions, regional and national, events that solicit new foster parents, as well as national social work associations and universities with social work majors. And I figure with going to those places, I can actually talk about my experience in foster care and then also tie in mental health with that too, because that's a huge part of some of the things that foster children go through, and just letting new parents know what are some of the issues that you're going to deal with when you decide to take on a foster child.
Yeah.
And
you a foster child?
Yeah.
How the hell did I not know that?
Yeah. You know that. You just don't remember.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Man, you adopted?
I'm not adopted. I'm with
okay, I got adopted.
Yeah, my mother did come back and get the 5 of us, but for a long time I didn't know who my mother or my father was.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
You know, I understand. My mother never came back for me. That's why I'm adopted.
Right. So I was fortunate enough that my mother actually came back for the 5 of us that did grow up in foster care. So we were lucky in that aspect. But I was on the verge of being adopted, so I know how that feels. You know?
That was crazy. It was an out-of-body experience. And I did not care, and I did care at the same time. It was weird.
Yeah. It was kind of like the same aspect when you're going back to a woman who didn't physically raise you, but now wants to come in and raising you and setting all these rules for you. And it's just like, wait, hold up, lady. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. Maybe that's how I came up with lady, because I call my mom lady. But so it's a similar concept. So we kind of came up with that because I felt like before my target was like all over the place, but now that I kind of have it more narrowed down, it feels a little more promising that I can actually help.
No, that's fantastic, man. That is fantastic. That's fantastic. That escaped me. I owe you a beer. That escaped me. That just put me in a whole different mindset for, man.
I went back to what you were saying, a while before, because you was like, wow, I would like to have your siblings there, because there are 8 of us in total, but 5 of us grew up in foster care, 3 of us didn't, right? And the 5 of us who did grow up in foster care, we all have different experiences and have all been through different things, So that's powerful in its own aspect, and I want to put that out there as well, because we all have different experience, even from my mom losing all her children, the things that she went through with that. And one of the things that she always told me is that she heard our screams that night with some of the things that we went through.
Wow.
That's traumatic for a parent,
Yeah, that's traumatic, dude. That is traumatic. That'll make you go do
breaking up.
Screams out your ears. Yeah, get out your mind. Jesus. Yeah, that's incredible, man. That's a big deal, dude.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so I think I'm okay with
over it in witchcraft.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's cool, man. That's a big deal, man. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, your subject. You can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Your subject. I mean, not subject. Your demographic. That's perfect. What else you got?
So then we also came up with, Master the Choice. It can be a workshop or coaching is something that I came up with. And then even with Les, we talked about creating a 1-year pre-release emancipation training to help foster children who are going to be released from foster care at the age of 18. Sometimes you don't have a clear path in which to walk when you are released. It's just you're released and you don't know which direction you go through. Sometimes you don't know certain programs that you are offered or even entitled to, being a ward of the state. So we want to put that to the forefront so children know what they are entitled to, so they make the right decisions as opposed to going down that direction, which happens a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's something that we talked about. And,
that's fantastic.
Right, and just to go back to the book title, we went on this whole thing of releasing complacency. It wasn't received as well as I would have wanted to, so I was considering changing the title of it to Master Your Choice. Choice-Driven Life.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I was considering. So we're still playing with that,
Yeah, I like that choice-driven life. Choice-driven life. Get your CDL license. Oh, we gonna drive trucks? No. We gonna drive life. Boom! That was hot though.
I ain't got enough paper on
it. That's all yours.
That was powerful. That was powerful.
That's it. Get your CDL license. said, we ain't driving trucks. We driving life. That's it, Law. That's your doggone. That's it. That's it. I just take some Merlot. Just a bottle of Merlot. And it ain't got to be expensive. I'll take like a $10 bottle.
Got it.
Because I've gotten the opportunity to sample some Merlots across the world, and they all taste the same. They really do. I don't care what nobody tell you. Them joints taste the same. You know. So one lady was like, well, this was aged in a rum barrel. It's different. And I was like, okay, I taste a little difference, but it's the same. It's still the same. It is still the same.
He was probably over.
Yeah, it's still the same. People be, it's the same. Cool. So you got that, the CDL license, we're not driving trucks, we're driving life.
That's powerful.
Good.
Okay, so go on to the
Good.
next
Yeah, I know how.
what I have for you.
Sure.
I need you to help me maximize what I got from Fort Lauderdale, which is headshots, which I wasn't aware of. So we actually took headshots of my own personal self, which I've been saying for a while. I need headshots because I used to do extra work and modeling, and I want to get back into commercial and which is a passion of mine and something that I belong in. I should have a toothpaste commercial, and I should be the face of a fragrance campaign. It's just something that I want. So I got these headshots that I feel like I can afford that, and then also use to actually market myself as a speaker as well. So I was excited about that. I also received an interview with Les Brown endorsing. It's about a 3 to 4 minute interview, which is a lot that you can do with that. I even met a phenomenal woman, Candace, who really just helped to take my brand to a whole nother level. So I have a sizzle reel that I can actually send to.
Oh yeah, I know Candace. She's pretty, isn't she?
Yeah, Candace.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just.
Yeah.
She was my heart there. She's where I learned what an earth angel was, on top of you as well. But I didn't know her. Like, I know you. I didn't know her. It was just only, like 2 days or what have you. And so much information that she gave to me and then helped me out, especially with the sizzle reel. So she created that. So I'm going to send that to you.
Yeah.
And then even got the 3-minute reel of me speaking on the stage. So I have me speaking on the stage as well as a little sizzle to draw you in. And lastly,
that's incredible.
Lastly, I have the domain names for Launching with Law, and then Life is Choice Driven. So I have these things, so I kind of just need you to take them and help me to maximize this. This is what I have, and this is what I'm coming to the table now. So it was a lot of work over this weekend.
Yeah. You give me all the heavy lifting. Yeah. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to get that scissor reel, and you need to post it, share it until 10% of your following complains. How large is your following?
How large is it? Which platform are we talking about? Does it matter?
Total. All of them.
Total. I have no idea. I really don't know.
Yeah. Tough question. So when you fill out for major speaking engagements and ask you that, put all of them. 12,000 LinkedIn.
Okay. Gotcha. So I need to figure out what
5,000 Facebook. That's 17,000. And they say 1,000. They satisfied.
Okay. I need to figure that out. Post and share. Yeah, I haven't posted it as of yet because I just am getting back into being in New York. So I do have that same thing with the 3-minute reel, but I have been showing it to people, and a friend of mine actually works for a large speakers network. Let me see if I can find the name of it. UPC or UQPC, something to that extent. Does that ring any bells?
Say the name of it again.
I think it's UPC or UQPC, something to that extent.
Is this a network or something, or a code, like a barcode?
No, this is supposed to be like a bureau, like a speaker's bureau that a friend of mine works for.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All of them sound good though. You know, they actually work. IQPC. Okay.
Yeah. So I've kind of sent my role to them, and then I've stumbled on a couple of schools that the teachers want me to speak at. So I've kind of been just sending it out to there, but I am going to post it on social media and let it draw and track.
You need to post it. Let's assume, how many Facebook friends you got? You got a fan page yet?
Yeah, so I have my business page, which is
that's right.
Page over by the end of this month or until next month. Launching with Law with everything. So I would say at least a few hundred on each.
That's good. That's good. So let's say you got 5,000 followers. Okay, a platform of 5,000, and then with the QBs, the IQPC, you got another 1,000 over there, 6,000. Until 600 people approach you and say, "Hey, man, stop sharing that. You have not shared it enough." That's the difference between me and them. That's the difference. I understand the algorithm did not show everybody what I just posted. I also understand if it popped up on their timeline and they didn't watch it, they ain't see it. I also understand that some people watch my video with the silence, with the sound off. I even understand if you watch my video and you was watching the basketball game at the same time, you ain't watched me enough.
Right.
And you need to watch me 8 times and then 8 more times. And you need to watch me until you buy. And if you ain't booked me, you ain't watched me. Yes, sir. Sure. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I seen your video. Seen is not watch, sir. If you seen it, you would see how I'm supposed to be booked for you. So when is you going to actually watch it? Because if you see my sister reel and my talent, I'm Law Load Holt. If you saw me, thank you very much, you would have booked me for all your engagements. I should be on retainer. And since I'm not on retainer, I'm going to post this again.
Oh, that's a sexy word. That should be on retainer. This way you just carry it with me. It just sits there, you know. You wake up, I'm there.
You right there.
I'm there. I'm the retainer.
That's it. I should be on retainer, boo. I know that's right. That is it. That's it right there. That's it, man. So share it that much. Don't share. What's going to happen is people are going to tell you, or your insecurity, the ego's going to tell you, all right, man, they seen it. No, they ain't seen it. They have not seen it. They have not seen it until you are paid.
Okay.
Until you are paid. You fit? I mean, how many times you going to see that Lysol commercial? Because I promise you, they not saying, oh, you know, a lot of.
They definitely not. They just keep showing it and showing it.
Nope.
Yeah.
You sit in front of that TV long enough. They gonna show their commercials until you buy. And when you buy, they're gonna show you that commercial again. They're not gonna say, oh, you bought us, so you ain't got to, you know, see it again. No, they're gonna say, take your butt back. 1 bottle is not 2.
Right.
And that's how you need to treat your speaking business.
Okay.
You gonna book me for 1 engagement? No. Oh. Let's talk about the rest of your calendar events and how I can add value to them. Oh, Lord, I promise you I say that sentence. That sentence rolled off my tongue like I say it often. Okay. As a matter of fact, I got somebody at a college, a very prestigious college, that I speak at every year for the last 4 years, and I ain't spoke at this year. This year is almost over. I'm getting ready to say, hey, X. I won't say any name of the college. Yeah. But let's talk about the rest of your calendar events and how I can add value. They be trying to run away from me because I'm expensive. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. And you bring me back. God dog it. You bring me back. I ain't been there this shit. You trying to tell me something, school? No. I lit your whole stage on fire last year. Come hither. Come hither. I got a good relationship with them, and they always talking to me. Point is, hey, let's talk about your future calendar events to see how I can add value to them. I like that sentence a lot.
Yeah, it's powerful. Yeah.
Your scissor reel. You should send your scissor reel and then put, hey, let's talk about your future calendar events and see how I could add value to them. My scissor reel is up there. That's it. And your Facebook banner should be your scissor reel. You ought to go to the restaurant and be. You ain't got no. You got an Android. Ew. Ew. Okay, you got an Android. You got an Android. Okay. I forgot you got Android. But you used to go. Whatever is the equivalent to the ad drop of Android, you used to be walking down, taking the trains, and be sending people your scissor reel. Like, man, the tire that squeaks is the one that gets the grease. Les Brown stood there. He's got a. It looks like a mole or a keloid or something in his ear. What Les Brown did was, I'm on the inside. I got a lot of inside stories. He would sit there with payphones. First off, we even talk about a payphone for God's sake, okay? Then he would put 10 cents in, right? He put 10 cents in. Hey, this is Les Brown. I'd like to speak at your. They hung up. Next one. Hey, this is Les Brown, and I would like to speak and train for your corporation. You just do it over and over until somebody said yes. Had he never made those phone calls, tens of thousands, he wouldn't be Les Brown. True. He just wouldn't. True. That's your scissor. Don't you dare have the internet and a scissor reel when Les Brown had nothing but a payphone and not do as much work as he did. Right. Straight up. Your scissor is your phone call. After you finish posting it, go in inbox. Go in inboxes. Check out my scissor reel. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear your opinion. You call me? No, I'm coaching. But you gotta come get on camera now. You gotta come get on camera. I mean, it would be awkward if I just. So you want the photo or no? He's working with me. You gotta get on camera. Oh! Okay, at least he know who you is. What's up, baby? There he is. Look at him.
How you feeling,
See, Law?
How you feeling? Looking good.
Okay, now it's not awkward anymore. Now the viewing crowd was like, okay. It was weird at first. When you walked in, you called me? Okay, it was weird at first. Now it's not weird anymore. All right. Connecting the dots. Okay, so you got that point. What else you got? Oh, hold on. No. Your scissor reel plus, okay, scissor reel, promote the crap out of it. Start getting you speaking engagements by start doing free engagements.
Right. So the schools is one of those where I can actually practice. And matter of fact, when I flew out this past weekend, I flew out to my friend's wedding, and I was speaking at my friend's wedding, and that was practice, and it was eating that up because I.
Good.
Great job. That's good. Boy, I had everyone eating out my hands. Let me tell you, I had the head chef making me food, and that wasn't included within the wedding.
Look at that. Look at that.
Who is this person?
Chef was like, that's a fine piece of meat there.
Okay.
That's it. You should have saw his face. Okay. Because I am a fine piece of meat.
I said, man, if I was going on this cruise, I would have ate good the whole entire 5 days. Because he made me veggie burgers from scratch. From scratch. Okay? Not no pre-packaged crap. No, he's like, no, I'm making from scratch. Potatoes, mushrooms, and just
look at it. Sitting there all perfect.
Made from scratch. The biscuit was made from scratch. You want to give him a shout out? I mean, maybe you can send some money his way. Real, the cruise line or something. Carnival sensation. It was awesome.
There it is. See, y'all owe law money now. Budweiser owe me money. Yeah. Y'all owe law money. That's how that works. All right, cool. Now, with your children engagements, the school engagements for the kids. Once you go on live, it just ain't got to be live. It's just going to be videos on Facebook, and I want you to do a 1 minute to 60 minute keynote. It's up to you. It can verify each time on just for kids. Just, boom, just content for the schools. This is why. So when you go to a school and say, hey, I would like to speak for you, and they say, well, can we see some of your material? You're going to be able to send them links. Yes. And you're going to have school teachers, principals, administrators, janitors on your page. That's going to say, man, this is guy on my timeline. Now we cool, man. He like my status. You know how we are. We like to embellish. You know, you like his status one time. Nah, we cool, man. I can get in touch with him right now, man. Ain't no problem at all. You know how we are. But we want to be socially relevant. Nah, man, that's my man, man. Nah, we cool. But then you're going to post hundreds of videos of you doing keynotes for kids and for the schools. And then what's going to wind up happening is you're going to become one of the most popular, if not the most popular, high school speakers in the world, in the nation, just because you put in the work on Facebook.
Gotcha. So make a video or go live, either or?
Either or.
Okay.
Either or.
Gotcha. Okay, the next component.
No rules. Just get it in. And time you make one video. Okay, what you need? I'm listening.
Okay, what I need is the next component. I need a website, so I need help with creating that website. So I have that up and running with the brand name. Testimonials, I've been learning that, I can get friends and colleagues or what have you, anyone that I have influenced over this time that I can actually put on the website, which would be great. And the server for the email, should I have an actual server? We did talk about that before, or should I just go ahead and just use Gmail?
Nope. You have your name. Have your name.
Okay.
Yeah. Having to say you're such a professional and then have a Gmail is to wear a mighty fine tux.
That's all
with some tennis shoes.
Okay. And white socks, white tubes.
Yeah, and white socks. With the blue stripe across the...
I can't stand some tube socks. I'll just be like, man, you is wrong. No tube socks. No tube socks. Ever.
Yeah. Definitely. But good. Go to John inside our network, John Nowinski. He does websites for a living. He will most certainly discount you at a super discount.
John,
and since you're being stopped, John is in a group. And since you are, I've convinced everybody y'all barter and trade. You charge deep discounts of barter and trade and use each other's services. Because you're basically a mastermind group, and if you behave that way, you'll get paid that way.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So John will take care of your website. What else you got?
The server, will he take care of that, or you're gonna do the server, right?
Yeah, I got my own server. I can create you. Yeah, I can. That'll be no problem. Or you have. Well, you do better off. Okay.
Well, I don't even know how it works, so that's why.
It works like this here. Google will give it to you for like $5 a month. I have my own service, so I buy your domain, and your domain, whoever I buy it from, will make me pay yearly or it'll make me pay yearly for the domain, so maybe something like $22 a year. And as long as your domain is active, your email will be active. And if I put your domain on my service, you'll be fine. Yeah, and I put everything on my service and have John build it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I won't charge you that. You just pay for your domain name every year. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're a VIP member. You don't get charged for stuff like that. It's crazy.
Y'all better stop throwing these titles around.
It's ridiculous.
You feel too good.
That's it, man. That's it. We gonna spoil you, man. We gonna spoil you. That's for sure. Definitely.
It's a total blessing. And lastly was business cards. What direction should I go with creating my business cards is what I've been trying to figure out. Because I know when I've been going to to the events for these past couple of months, I've been told about some of the mistakes that I've made. So I want to have a great business card this next time around. But I actually want two. I want one because what I started was doing, the business card that I originally created was actually a marketing tactic that I was using to place on the trains and stuff in New York City, which is an awesome thing. So you can leave stuff all around, and that's how you draw people. So that was another way that I've been drawing people to me, by doing that. And I had just an email on there so they can reach out to me. But now I've learned that you should have a number on there, so I can create a Google number to put on there so people can actually reach out, as opposed to having my personal number. So I want one that I can use to just drop around, and then one that has my actual personal on it that I can give to. So even if they look the same but the number's different, that's fine too.
Right.
But I want to which direction to go in for the business card.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, you can, this is advanced stuff here, okay? You can work your way to this here. You want to have your business card the size of an actual credit card. The problem with everyone's business cards, and mine's not even like this, I'm doing this right now, is they don't fit in your wallet properly.
Right.
I walk around with a Perry Ellis wallet that I use as a business card holder. Mm-hmm. And I walk around with a custom-made wallet that is my wallet. And the Perry Ellis, like I'll show it to you what I mean. It's a wallet, but it's not really a wallet. It's just had a bunch of credit card slots.
This must be a large wallet, boy. I mean,
the
money is overflowing. And
well, this is the real wallet right here. You see, look, all those cards. God dog it. Well, I got about 30 credit cards in this wallet. Let me tell you. I carry this around, and it has everyone's business cards in it, because it's just little thingies, right? And then all these little business cards. It's not the solution that I want. I don't want to carry two of these.
Right.
If you made your business card the size of a credit card, and how does credit cards have their edges? They're rounded. All right? So make your business card the size of a credit card, round the edges for comfort, and everyone's used to holding the credit card, round the edges. And then, what do people want to touch? Do I want to touch something hard or plastic, or do I want to touch something a bit soft but firm? And most people would like something soft and firm, like suede. Right. Not a suede business card, but something like that. That's perfect business card. Everyone's telling you about the content. Nobody told you about the fact that I would like to store you in my wallet with no problem. Remember, my brain works in conversion. I'm always converting people into my bank account. Now, does it matter where my email is? Maybe. Does it matter that I can fit your card in my wallet without throwing it away because I cannot? Yes, definitely. The cards that I can't fit, I put them in my top jacket pocket. I always have a jacket on. At the end of the day, I put them up on a dresser in my office, and then I say something like, all right, I'll go call those later. And sometimes later never happens.
Right.
All because I could not fit them in my wallet. And even women have wallets, they're just in their purses.
True.
That's what I would do. Of course, you can always get a digital. And I was a fan of digital cards the whole time. I only had digital cards up until this year, actually. I just got printed business cards. Because you know what, Law? The people who spend the most money with me, old-fashioned, like business cards.
They
Got
just
business
can't
cards.
get away from, no matter.
You know?
It just.
You know.
Some things stay,
Exactly.
some things leave. I think a business card is going to be there for a little while.
It is going to be there for a while because we're in the business of baby boomers, whether we like it or not. Motivational speaking is crowded by baby boomers.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, business seminars are a little different, but baby boomers there too. As long as they're alive, which I'm glad all of you are alive, baby boomers. I'm not trying to kill you, okay? I'm glad you're alive. As long as they are alive.
It's purging season.
Watch my words. Long as they are alive, they're going to control, and we got to get business cards tonight. 30 years from now, when no one has a cell phone, we'll just do this, and the face will pop up in front of our eyes, then, we can get rid of business cards. But until then, that's what it'll be.
Right. Okay. But the content that's on it should definitely
cool. Anything else?
Face on it, like on the business card, I should still keep my face on it, a number. But I want it to be catchy, though.
Yeah, well, you want it to be catchy. I don't have my face on this one. I have my face on another one. I just couldn't get started. I have my face on another one. I don't have my face on this one. But face doesn't matter. If anybody tells you they don't like face, that was probably preference. Let's see. In fact, I'll pull out. Here's someone's business card. See this card? I have no idea. Oh, you know what? I actually like this guy. This card. So I like this guy. So I'll turn it backwards. It's too small. But if it was a little, it did fit in my wallet fine, so there was no problem. The logo was just fine. He was a great guy. I met him on, of all airlines, Spirit Airlines. I never ride Spirit. And I had to take a last-minute flight. I bought the flight that morning or that afternoon and left that night. And Spirit was the only people available. This card, this lady that hosts a show, this lady hosts a show on radio. She's awesome. I'm giving her free advertisement right now. Her face is on.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a nice face. She actually looks like this in person too. Kind of hot. And then this is the card I'm using. I've actually changed it, but I'm using it right now because I bought like 250 and I'm going to get rid of them because I'm going to need you to understand that much about me. If I spend my money, you understand.
Okay. I'm still using mine.
Okay. So you see it. You see it there? Boom. That's my card there. And the crazy thing is it's front and back and it's glossy. But the glossy kind of feels good to the touch. Okay? And what's on the back? Same thing. I didn't get creative. You're going to see my information on either side I give it to you, boo-boo. That's it. You're gonna see me. You're going to see me. What I did was I put my logo there. I put my credentials there. That was more important than me. To me. Not my contact information. The people, the rooms I'm in, now, I gave away 6 Cuban cigars, premium cigars. I gave away 6 of them. I need you to understand, I gave away $600 of cigars. I'm in those rooms, okay? And I need you to see my credentials. Because when I'm in that room, I'm not talking about my credentials. I'm talking about you. I'm adding value to you. So when you go, man, I like you. I heard a lot about you. Really? Is this the guy? Man, he's so humble. And when you take my card, you go, holy exactly. That's why my card is this way.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it absolutely serves the season of my life right now.
Okay.
You feel me?
Gotcha.
Cool. Just like that. Email is name email to be there. Put your name on your card the way you want it to be said. Antonio T. Smith Jr. for me, because Antonio Smith is boring. So it's Antonio T. Smith Jr. Gotcha. And then when someone said, what's your middle name? I say Theodore. And they say, wow. I say, yes, God is in the middle of my name. Amen. I'm God. Okay. I'm just saying. Now you can't forget me. Because now you go, yeah, man, when the guy said God was in the middle of his name, you got that all right. That guy, yeah, okay, you get it? It's all a setup. It's all a setup, okay? Or you get the people want to make fun of Antonio T. Smith Jr., you know, the famous one. Yeah, that's right, I am famous. I heard that fame, okay? Okay, I heard that. Point is, whatever you do, call it how you want to be called. Put your email name anywhere that it can be seen, and then lace your card with everything else that you want. Just don't make it crowded. I cannot resist. I must show you my new. I only smoke Cubans, but these, I got time to give away my doggone Cubans law, okay? I got some Cuban Cochivas in the house right now. You ain't make me cuss. You can get them, that dog. You understand? Then it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. These pretty good, ain't they? Ain't too bad. Ain't too bad. They're not too bad. They're called Balboa Maduro. Not too bad. $67 a box for 15. Not too bad. That's about $3 a cigar. It's not the big one. Not too bad. Yeah, I went in there and said, hey, buddy, can I get some cigars? What kind you want? Man, I only smoke Cubans. I have no idea about the rest of them. He says, well, you like them strong or small? I like them strong. Okay. You see me these here? And he says, how much you want to cost? Well, I said, look, that's the problem. The problem is I keep giving away my $1,400 boxes. Okay, we're going to stop that. I need you, sir, to come down to about $50 to $75 for my box. He said, okay, I got the perfect one. That's what these I don't mind sharing. Gotcha. Cubans, you better be load home. Makes me money. You can get one of these Cubans. But you regular folk, you're not making money with me? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. That was my rap. What else you got, man? We so stupid when we go on the call together.
All the time. Okay, so one of these other questions that I have is, how do you build a team without necessarily paying them? Because there's a couple of people that I want to be on my team that I feel like I can help them to grow as well as they can help me to grow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do not pay my team at first, and most people can't. You can't hold people without adequate compensation for long. So you get them to buy into the dream, you treat them properly, and then you tie in their dreams around your dream. That always works. And then it depends on the company, you give them equity in a company. I have a company to where I tell people how much the Lord was looking out for you. Made my phone. Okay, there I go. Okay, I'm back now. All right, look, that was on purpose because I was going to put out how much money Grace is worth, and she was like, no. And then my phone dropped.
That's God.
Yeah. Okay, so it was. It's a couple of million. We know she's a millionaire. It's way. She's single too, y'all. She's single. Can I marry y'all? She's single. Oh, okay. That's it. I'm trying to tell you. She's single. She got fine legs. She is ready. Now listen, now she ain't got no kids. So don't be coming around here with your football team. So okay, we qualifying you.
Correct.
She's mad at her first. Now she's like, but you all right though. You all right. You all right. Okay. All right. Now, man, you bring them in and you offer them some sort of compensation. You can barter and trade. The compensation has to be money. You're going to help them live their dreams like they're going to help live yours. You're going to work together. You're going to become a mastermind group in which you're part of a common goal. You're going to do that. And yeah, anything like that. Long as you're doing that, you'll be just fine.
Okay.
Yep, you can hold them for as long as you want with adequate compensation. The moment you start making money, use your character and start shelling out some money.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's fair.
Okay. My other question is, how do you choose a great assistant? Again, to go back on the same level of, moderate,
I should have had Tempest jump up in this. Actually, call her real quick. And see if she could jump over real quick. I did not pick Tempest. Tempest picked me. Let me tell you. I'm going to let her. Yeah, tell her I say jump on this call real quick. Because this boy asked a real question. No, she got the link, and she set up the link. Okay. Yeah. She's trying to jump in line.
Why are you trying to get it? We can go to the other question.
Okay, go to the other one real quick.
So how long does it take to actually publish the book? That's just something that just went through my head. Is that like 5 minutes or is it process?
Yeah. If you have it written, done. If you're counting the editing process, a week for editing, which it could be less, but of just, a week, 72 hours or something like that for editing. And then we submit it to the book people, Amazon, the vendors, book people, the vendors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you submit it to them. And then, but before we submit it to them, we got to make sure that it's lined up properly. If you have any pictures, the pictures have to be in the margins is what it's called. So when the book printer cuts the copies and then cuts them and binds them into the book, you're not losing your words. We have to make sure all that's right.
Right.
And then after that, we submit it, and then those companies would take 72 hours to a week for submission, sometimes longer. But the major companies would take about 72 hours. About 3 to 4 days. And then after that, you're good. So you're looking at 2 weeks.
2 weeks process.
Yeah, 2 weeks. And I'm really overestimating. Just saying, I'll be like, hey, bro, you told me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, really 2 weeks. But it can be done much faster than that.
Okay.
It really can. Yeah.
2 weeks is fair. At least I kind of have like an idea, because I was wondering like how long this process actually takes.
Oh, yeah.
Then my other question is, someone approached me and they liked my story and they kind of wanted to include it within their book. Is that something that I should do, or is that something that I should stray away from? Or
heck yeah. No, do that. Get your story out as many channels as possible. Your story only needs to be copywritten in your book. For the rest of it, put it everywhere.
Okay.
People fall in love with stories everywhere. I'm in a few books to where people, when I first started off, even now, I had this one lady trying to charge me to write in her book. I said, ma'am, we cool, but at this point in my career, I have a large platform and I'm a 3-time best-selling author. I don't have to pay anybody.
Right.
I thought you were asking me to write a chapter in your book as a friend because I know you and we're kind of in the same circle.
Right.
But I have written about 6 chapters in different people's books. And I'm just out there. And one of them put me on the cover. Some of them, I've written 3 or 4 forewords. all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, man. Put
So
your
in a
story
sense,
out.
it's kind of like free publicity, I guess. In a sense.
Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm on a book right now, Les Brown Saved Our Lives, and I love the guy. His name is Patrick Musingi. I love the guy. Les Brown Changed Our Lives, excuse me. I love the guy, and I'm on the book cover. I'm the first one on the book cover. I'm the first one. Every time. And this guy, I love the guy. He's from the UK. He's a good friend of mine, and I actually wrote the foreword to one of his other books. And every time he or the other 25 authors share the book, Facebook alerts me and says, "Hey, you've been tagged. Would you like to approve this tag?" You know, because I got the facial recognition, and it's not that they tagging me. Facebook recognized my face somewhere that I don't live. Yeah. And I said, yep, approve that tag. Please let them know that, yes, I'll be showing up on their timelines now. Yeah, definitely. So, yes, definitely do that. Now, free publicity. The goal is to be omnipresent. Be omnipresent, you'll be omni-rich. Yeah, do that. Okay. Don't be broke. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we'll do that. And that's about it until Tempest.
That's it? Okay, tell Tempest. Send a message. Okay, call her. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna break in with line out. Maybe I can break in with line out. Let me see. Drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. All right now, yeah, darling. You, well. Ooh. I hit that note though. I hit that.
Hello?
Hey, Tempest, real quick, are you on the phone?
Not anymore.
Okay, not anymore. Okay. Can you jump on the Zoom call with me real quick with Law? He has a question that only you can answer.
Sure.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Ooh, there's a place. I don't know the rest of it now. But I know the move to it though.
Like I can move to it, but I never know the lyrics. I create my own lyrics.
Yeah.
For every song.
That's it. I don't know if it says victory or
it sounded like it belonged.
Or history. I don't know which one it say. But I know, wow. For the love of you. Okay, so Tempest, man, you can see we have plenty of fun around the office. Tempest has been a freaking blessing, dude. I cannot stress enough. Hold on, let me make sure she knows which one. Oh, look, I submitted see, right now, at 2:23 p.m., she's telling me she submitted an article to, I'm trying to figure out if I should say the name. Somebody. Yeah. She submitted it to somebody, right? She submitted it to somebody. Be careful when I say the names. I mean, some of y'all got to pay me, boy.
Hey. Hi, Tempest.
There she is. Yeah. Hey, Antonio.
Hi.
That's what your name says. It says Antonio. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, this is Tempest, my trusty assistant. She's also my business partner. She has the cutest dimples in the world. Yes. She keeps the big hair. Yes, she does. She keeps the big hair. And she makes me a lot of money. Tempest, Law has a question for you. I was unqualified to ask. What? Because you did it for me. Yes. Law, you got the floor.
All right. Are you ready? Hey, Tempest, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's always great seeing your face.
Likewise.
Oh, thank you. It's the chocolate, you know. My question to Antonio, who has now passed it over to you, is how do you choose a great assistant? How do you go about that?
You're asking me this question?
That's he said you were the most qualified to answer this question. And even if it's two parts, that's great.
That's right.
Matter more so on, I guess, the moderate and then scaling it up, or does that matter? You know, just choosing someone.
I would say find someone that's coachable, someone that wants to learn from you. Someone that you don't have to micromanage, because that defeats the purpose of an assistant.
I know.
It sounds like you hit a pain point for him on that one.
I've been a manager my whole entire life, so I know exactly what you mean by micromanaging, especially when you're the youngest manager and everyone is like 30 years older than you.
Oh wow!
Right? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
What about as far as like personality, and how does that play into it? Does that play into it? Does that really matter?
Yes, it does. It does play into it. Personality does play into it.
I would say.
So I'm gonna
go ahead.
Now I was gonna pull some information out of you, but go ahead though. That's what I was gonna say.
No, go ahead.
Well, let's say what you was gonna say.
I would say someone you're not gonna bump heads with, because that's gonna create.
Okay, that's it. Ain't that the truth? Yep. Law. Let me tell you something about Tempest that no one else understands. Tempest is a fantastic number 2. Only wants to be number 2. Don't miss this, Law. Do not freaking miss this.
Okay.
I'm obviously number 1. And no number 1 can win any championships without a great number 2. Jordan ain't pulling off nothing without Pippen. It just ain't happening. It's not happening. The NBA is full of super teams right now. That you understand. But your number 2 needs to be absolutely satisfied, happy in their role as number 2. I would tell you to treat your assistant, or think of your assistant relationship as a partnership. She may not become your business partner like Tempest.
Okay.
But when you pick an assistant, you pick a business partner. Because she or he is going to run your life. And do you really want somebody running your life that got a problem with your life?
Wow.
Yeah. So you want them comfortable in their role. And as an executive, you need to make sure that they are standing head and shoulders over everyone else, not in comparison, but in compliments. The whole world knows. You asked me a question. I said, hey, man, she wasn't even part of this one. This is one-on-one. This is me. Mm-hmm. Tony O.T. Smith Jr., the man. And I said, man, I'm not even qualified to answer that. With no problem. And when I told you that, you believed it. Because I said it, and I said it with the energy like, yep. And so you just knew Tempest had an answer. And she did, and she's going to continue to. But I would definitely enter what that only wants to be a number 2. She's a number 1 when she needs to be. Then she goes right back into being number 2. Tempest, do you care? if I'm the face of the company if you got $1 billion?
No, just sign my check.
Okay. There you go. Okay. So you understand.
I hate.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You don't want an assistant trying to take your place.
Gotcha.
The energy won't ride well. Now you can I don't want to take credit, but I've helped elevate Tempest to my place and beyond. But it was easier for me to do that because she wouldn't try to take my place. Anyway, just my little spiel. Gives you a good enough answer?
Yeah.
Sweet. What? Anything else?
I think that's it.
Sounds good, man. Well, that's actually right on time. I actually got a 3:00 call.
Awesome.
That's for that happen here. And yeah, in 3 minutes. Law, you have been a joy. Tempest, can you say something so we can see your face pop across the screen?
Hi.
Yeah. Can you smile with the dimple, please? There it is. There it is. There's the dimple. Tempest is the poop emoji. We love her. We put this on YouTube soon. And Law, appreciate you, man. Don't forget that I get a bottle of Merlot for one of those ideas that I gave you. Just $10 bottle. Just a 10. Oh, what shit? 2 sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right.
Now, does it have to be Merlot or can it be a blend? Because it's a blend that I know that you would like. That. Yeah.
Teach me, sir. Teach me. Teach me thine ways.
All right.
That's it. All right, man. We appreciate you. Thank you, Tempest, for jumping on.
Yes.
Good luck, Law.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for fitting me into his schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. I told him that story. I said since he was VIP, you was like, move him to the top. Yeah.
Thank you. All praises. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
All right. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.